Okay, we are a few days out from SummerSlam, and hello, I think it is a good time to sit down and let's talk about SummerSlam. So, I am Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors, and welcome to a prediction episode for SummerSlam. So, we're going to break it down, all the matches. It is Wednesday. So as of Wednesday, we still got one more match to determine whether or not it's going to be Lash Legend or Giulia that makes it into this women's ladder match for SummerSlam, where the winner of this women's ladder match will determine a WWE Women's Interim Women's Champion. So we still got that, but I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm going to talk about all these matches, winners, who I think is going to win, winners, losers, what could possibly happen in certain matches, all of it. We're going to talk about all of it. And these matches are in no particular order. I don't have any notes to whether or not what matches are going to be. This is going to be the first match. This is going to be the first match in the first hour of it. For that's going to show up on ESPN or ESPN2 and all that stuff. I don't have an exact order of what matches are going to be Saturday, what matches are going to be Sunday. I'm just going to go through all 12 matches, six matches for each night. Yes, yes. So let's just break it on down, get into it. Let's go. Up first, Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, all signs, at least for me, point to Chad Gable winning the Intercontinental Championship. SummerSlam is going to be in his hometown of Minnesota. This is the right time to do it, to capitalize on everything that was that mask versus mask match um, about a month or so ago. It was an incredible match, an incredible story being told in that match. And for people who didn't notice before, didn't really pay attention before, to see Ludwig Kaiser, Chad Gable, and the match they put on in that match, incredible. A lot of us already knew that these two men could go and what they could do in the ring, and to be given that opportunity to really show that in all its glory in AAA was beautiful. So to capitalize on that, and with Chad Gable being in his hometown of Minnesota, I feel like this is the right time for Chad Gable to finally win the Intercontinental Championship. So, yes, this mismatch absolutely goes to Chad Gable. That is who I am picking for this match. I love Penta. I love what he's been doing with the Intercontinental Championship, but I think the time is now for Chad Gable. Absolutely. Up next, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. This is that match where, this is going to be a good match. This is going to be the first time in a little over a decade that it's Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. And the fact that it's for the WWE Championship puts so much more on it, on this type of match. But this is a match that this is a match that we've all been feeling was going to happen since the night after SummerSlam, since the night after WrestleMania. So we're finally here. This match is finally happening, and this match is going to go to CM Punk. CM Punk is going to retain the WWE Championship, and after that, that's it for Cody Rhodes as far as getting any kind of opportunity at the WWE Championship. I think, and I've said this before in the past, and I'm saying it again. I think after this match, I think it is time for Cody Rhodes to come to Raw. Yeah, I think it's time for Cody Rhodes to come back to Raw, and stay on Raw full time and get involved in get involved in some storylines and some people on Raw. I think it's time to mix it up for Cody Rhodes. Put him on Raw. I think that's where he needs to go. There is a great match that needs to happen between Cody Rhodes and Femi. We need to see the end of that match. We saw that match, but it got ruined by DQ last year in December because of the storyline that was happening in the middle of that storyline between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. And Femi was in the middle of that. So that match we didn't get to see how that match would have ended, who would have won that match. So we need to see that match. That is a great opportunity after SummerSlam for Cody Rhodes to go back to Raw full time and get involved with Femi, because Femi is going to need someone after he's done with Brock Lesnar. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit as well. So yeah, I think after SummerSlam, after CM Punk has retained the WWE Championship, I think it's time for Cody Rhodes to go to head over to Raw. Stay over there for a while. Do some stuff over there for a while. Up next, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the world title. There is so much history behind this match. Roman Reigns has never defeated Seth Rollins before. So there is history. It is personal. It is a match that Roman Reigns, in which he has said, needs to beat Seth Rollins. Excuse me. And this is a match for Seth Rollins where he needs to beat Roman Reigns to reclaim a championship he never lost. So both men have something to gain and lose in this match, and it's going to make for a good match that's going to get plenty of time. But when the smoke settles, when the bell is rung, when the music is playing, we're putting the ones up for Roman Reigns. And I say that because I believe Roman Reigns is going to remain champion until we get to WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. And I believe at that match, it will be Femi versus Roman Reigns. Now, how do we get to Femi versus Roman Reigns? Simple. The Royal Rumble. You put Femi whether at number 1 or number 15, number 20, or 25. You put Femi in a number that allows him time in the ring and time to dominate in the ring. And he wins the Royal Rumble, goes right into WrestleMania in that main event spot as a Royal Rumble winner, facing Roman Reigns for that world title. Now, he didn't take that opportunity when he won the King of the Ring because Brock Lesnar. He's got to finish that. Once he's finished with that, he gets through the rest of the year. They have him do whatever they have him do. They get him ready for the Royal Rumble. This will be his second Royal Rumble. He gets into the Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble, and he's on that road to WrestleMania. No distractions. Roman Reigns is his focus for that world title at WrestleMania. That's how we get to Roman Reigns versus Femi. Royal Rumble for Femi to win. There you go on that. Now, as far as this match, yes, like I said, Roman Reigns is absolutely going to win this match. What is next for Seth Rollins? I believe that Bronson Reed is going to return at SummerSlam. Now, we are expecting Bronson Reed to return sometime between July and September. When we get into SummerSlam, it will be August. So we will be in that window where he is expected to return. The way Bronson Reed looks these days, he has shaped his body. He is looking jacked. He is looking ready, and a tsunami from Bronson now is going to hurt twice as much as it did before. This version of Bronson Reed is going to be a much dangerous, much more vicious Bronson Reed. And I am looking forward to it when he returns. And I believe when he returns, his focus, as still part of the vision, will absolutely be Seth Rollins. And that is how, so yes, absolutely. That is what that is how that I think is all going to play out when we look at that Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. 6-man tag match. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys versus Jay and Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu. Now, there has been speculation on this match that Solo Sikoa will actually end up turning on LA Knight and Royce Keys and rejoin the bloodline. That everything Solo Sikoa is doing is just is a play on LA Knight and Royce Keys. That he is actually going to turn on them. I think not. I don't think Solo Sikoa is not going to turn on LA Knight and Royce Keys. I think this 6-man tag is just the first of many matches that will lead us to War Games. I think here we are. We're getting into SummerSlam, and we're from SummerSlam to Survivor Series. This is the first step in what will eventually be a War Games match of Bloodline versus LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys, and whoever else will eventually join their team to make the team for Survivor Series. So I think in this particular match, I give it to the Bloodline. Absolutely. Jay and Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu, I could see them winning. But I think, yeah, I give it to the Bloodline. And I think in doing that, that does not stop LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys from going after them. I think that it pushes them to head back into the drawing board, figure out how they can do this. Because if LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys wins this match, then what? They did it. They beat the Bloodline. That's it. Go your separate ways. But if the Bloodline wins, you keep that team together and you keep pushing forward through the rest of August, September, October, and slowly start to build to War Games. There you go. I know I say there you go a lot, but yeah. So up next, the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. Who has qualified? Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and this coming Friday on SmackDown, we have Lash Legend and Giulia. Whoever wins that match will be added into the ladder match. Now, this match got made during an exclusive on SmackDown on their YouTube channel, in which Nia Jax, once again complaining, has every right to complain that she got screwed out of her qualifying match yet again. So, trying to get another match made. Instead of that, Adam Pearce made it for Lash Legend and Giulia in this match. And Nia Jax seemed to be okay with it. Bring it home for us. So that's what's going to happen with that. So when I look at this match, who is going to win? Now, there was speculation that it could have been Paige that might be returning at SummerSlam to take that final spot in the interim WWE Women's Championship match, in which she would win that ladder match, become the WWE interim Women's Champion, and then sometime in the fall, whether it's at WrestlePalooza or on a SmackDown, or it would have to be at a PLE or something like that, or even on a Sunday night's main event that's happening in September. Pardon me. It would be Paige. Pardon me, not Paige. AJ Lee. Pardon me, not Paige. AJ Lee. Paige on the mind a little bit. So yeah, it was speculated that AJ Lee would be returning at SummerSlam to take that final spot, and then AJ Lee would go on to win that ladder match. Then sometime during the fall, whether at a Sunday night's main event, which is happening later on in September, or at a WrestlePalooza. Not confirmed on that yet, but that could be an event that they could be doing another one of those. At some point, have an AJ Lee versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship to determine who is the actual champion. But instead, that was just proven to be a rumor. It's either going to be Lash Legend or Giulia in this match. So looking at this match, who it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be Jade Cargill. I don't think it's going to be Charlotte Flair, because both Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair are just going to tear each other up in this match and keep each other from grabbing that WWE, that replacement WWE, that interim WWE Women's Championship. So I don't think it's going to be either of them. And I think what happens in that ladder match between Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair will eventually lead us to a one-on-one match, which I believe we were supposed to have at Survivor Series pardon me, at SummerSlam before everything with Rhea Ripley's injury happening, forcing creative to change things around because of her injury. So taking Jade Cargill, taking Charlotte Flair out of that, you got Chelsea Green, you got Tiffany Stratton, you got either Giulia or Lash Legend in this. I think it'd be easy to say Tiffany Stratton, and then she's holding both the United States title, the Women's United States title, and the WWE Interim Women's Championship. So no, because I think Tiffany Stratton should be having a match for the WWE Women's United States Championship at SummerSlam, and the fact that she's not is messed up. She hasn't really had that many matches. She hasn't really defended that title that much. She's defended her title more times than Liv Morgan has, so that is something. But not having a match for that title at SummerSlam just sucks. But it is what it is, and we're in the situation we are with how everything played out for it. So I don't think it's going to be Tiffany Stratton. So that leaves us Chelsea Green, Lash Legend, and Giulia. I am going to pick the wild card in this, and I'm going to say Chelsea Green. I think it would be a hell of a moment. I think it would be a surprising moment. The look on Chelsea Green's face when she gets to the ladder and grabs that interim WWE Women's Championship and has it in her hands, uh, the 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 crowd will go crazy. The roof will blow up. She will get a loud pop if that indeed happens. So for this match, I am picking Chelsea Green as the winner and new interim WWE Women's Champion. Absolutely. Up next, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. Now, talk about this match real quick. First, when it comes to the Hell in a Cell, I know lately there have been moments where the Hell in a Cell has either been blue or red. I'm hoping that the Hell in a Cell is its original color, gray, a grayish color. So I hope we have that. Secondly, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, part 3. They have one win each. This is a match that absolutely goes to Oba Femi. I believe, and I've said this before in the past, that it will be Oba Femi that will win this match at um, at SummerSlam. Oba Femi will walk in and walk out of Hell in a Cell the winner. This will put so much more on Oba Femi as the top main event player that he is, the ruler that he is, to rule over the beast. And this will be a great match. This will be an even match. They'll each get their licks in. This will be hard hitting. This will be, man, they might they'll put each other through the cage, absolutely. But this is going to be Oba Femi's match to win. I think this is also going to be Brock Lesnar's last match. To have this match, Brock Lesnar loses this match. Um, this will be his actual retirement match. To do it in front of his hometown in Minnesota, in front of family, in front of friends. This will be a great spot for Brock Lesnar to officially leave his boots, his gloves in the middle of the ring and officially retire. I absolutely. As we're saying goodbye to uh talent, all this talent from AJ Styles to we said goodbye to Goldberg, we said goodbye to AJ Styles, we said goodbye to John Cena. I think our next goodbye goes to Brock Lesnar. Our next official goodbye goes to Brock Lesnar in Oba Femi winning this match and Brock Lesnar saying goodbye to the WWE universe in this final match. And I also think in that Brock Lesnar goes into the Hall of Fame next year as well. But yeah, I think this match goes to Oba Femi. Up next, Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Gunther. I want to say Nick Aldis wins this match, but I think as Gunther is the career killer, and I think this is definitely going to be a hard hitting. It's going to be a tight holding type of match. Nick Aldis is going to give everything. He's going to leave it all in that squared circle. I'm excited for this match, to see Nick Aldis in this match, to finally have this match. But yeah, I think when it's all said and done, this match goes to Gunther. Absolutely goes to Gunther. Because this is just because for Gunther, this is just a pit stop into getting back on track to get another shot at the WWE Championship, which I think he will get against CM Punk. Whether it's which will probably be at like a WrestlePalooza or something. I think we'll get this match between Gunther versus CM Punk. We'll get a round 2 of that. And this time, instead of being it for the World Championship, it'll be for the WWE Championship. But as far as Nick Aldis versus Gunther, I give this match to Gunther. Danhausen versus Dominik Mysterio. Now, this is really going to be one of those fun matches to watch. There will be shenanigans in this match. There will be moments where you will see where you will see Dominik Mysterio is cursed and all this stuff that Danhausen will do in this match. But I think Danhausen will win this match. Absolutely. With all the shenanigans and everything that will happen. I'm going to give this match to Danhausen. Absolutely. 6-woman tag, the Bellas and Paige versus Fatal Influence, with Nikki Bella coming back this past Friday on SmackDown. With Fatal Influence has been on Brie Bella and Paige. Nikki Bella coming back to even the score, throw it together. Now, as far as how this match will end, I think this match will go to Fatal Influence. And with Fatal Influence getting the win, I think that will lead into a turn on Paige. Whether it's Nikki Bella that turns on Paige or whether it's both the Bella twins that turn on Paige. Either way, I believe a turn is coming on Paige. Or it could be Paige that turns on the Bella twins. But I really think it's the Bella twins that are going to turn on Paige. And that will get Paige back into a single competitor, first handling this business with the Bella twins. And then when she's done that, giving her a run at a women's United States Championship. Yeah. And then that leads into a WWE Women's Championship. Bring her to Raw, have her go after the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the Women's World Championship. Put her in these matches that she's never had before that now she can be in. So I think that's how it's going to go at SummerSlam. When you look at this 6-woman tag match, Fatal Influence gets the win. Bella's turn on Paige. We go from there. Up next, this is a number 1 contenders match. So we're getting a number 1 contenders match to determine who will face the winner of the whoever wins between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. This is a number 1 contenders match in Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor. I know. I think it's going to be Finn Balor. I think in Finn Balor winning this match, this adds more complaint into Sami Zayn, feeling that he got screwed, and just adding more into the character that is Sami Zayn. So I think Finn Balor is going to win this match and get a shot for the WWE Championship, and that'll be great because to see CM Punk versus Finn Balor go at it again, for this time for the WWE Championship, will make for another great match. So I see it being Finn Balor winning this match. Up next, Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. Now, this match got put together. It was shown as an exclusive. After SmackDown went off the air, Baron Corbin blindsided Trick Williams. And then Trick Williams throws down a challenge to Baron Corbin at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. Baron Corbin accepted. There you go. Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. And I give this match to Baron Corbin. I know a lot of people are saying Trick Williams is going to win, but Baron Corbin comes back, instantly goes after Trick Williams, wants that United States Championship. Baron Corbin. I'm putting Baron Corbin making that return to WWE, instantly getting this shot for the United States Championship and winning that first go around. So I'm giving it to Baron Corbin at SummerSlam. Absolutely. The Nomad. The Nomad Baron Corbin. Absolutely. So with that, that is 12 matches in total, which gives us 6 matches for each night of SummerSlam, which is perfect. Leave in the comments about what you think about each of these matches, who you think is going to win. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all new episodes of Wrestling with Rumors, Rumor of the Day, when I do prediction episodes. Excuse me again. Woo! When I do prediction episodes like this, when I do recap episodes, which I will be doing this weekend for SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2, so look out for those. And go ahead and leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, all of that good stuff. Appreciate all you for watching, for listening, all that good stuff. For now, hope all of you enjoy the rest of your week. We got SmackDown this Friday to find out who's going to fill in that last spot for the women's interim WWE Championship, whether it is Lash Legend or Giulia. As far as who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Giulia that gets that last spot, and I hope it's Giulia. I'm a fan of Lash Legend. I love what she's been doing. She's only getting better, but in this case, in this instance, I really feel Giulia is going to get that last spot. And then we got SummerSlam Night 1, Night 2. I got food, I got drinks ready. Just got to get them. And I feel like it's going to be a good weekend. Absolutely. But until then, in the meantime, between time, have a good week, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Almost there. It is Wednesday. So close to the end of the week. And don't forget to take care of yourselves as well. I will see you all on that next one. Peace, y'all.